Hi, my name is Nicholas Dunk and I'm the farmer at Crystal Organic Farm. We are in Newborn, Georgia, and that's about an hour east of Atlanta, and it's mid-February. So here at Crystal Organic Farm we have 50,000 square feet under high tunnels, and in those high tunnels in the wintertime we grow a lot of different varieties of lettuce. Lots of arugula, turnips, radishes, beets, carrots, endive, Swiss chard, kale. Parsley does really well. So those are really our main crops that we grow in here all winter long. So one of our main crops in these high tunnels is Swiss chard. This Swiss chard here we transplanted September 25th, and so we've been picking from it since late October, and we'll continue to harvest from them all the way to mid to late April. So since Swiss chard is a long-term crop, we really groom these plants. We make sure that there are no yellow leaves within it so much that the new growth comes from the center. I don't mind so much if the leaves are small, I just want them to be nice and perky and tasty. We water this every week for sure. Depending on cloud cover, we may have to water it some more, but it's more on soil check than really keeping up by the date. But we'll come in here, like we need to water this today. It looks dry. And then we also want to make sure there's no weeds in here, because a lot of weeds can attract mold and mildew, and so we don't want that. So we actually spend a lot of time coming around here and crawling this bed and getting all the bad stuff that we can't sell out, like this. Just leaving the center and new growth. And so it's a long-term crop and it produces all winter long. It loves this environment. So these lettuces here, we transplanted them on December 22nd, and we've been picking from these for a couple weeks already. We actually sell them two ways. We sell them as head lettuce, but first we sell them as in a salad mix, and that's where we actually pinch off the lettuce and we mix them all together. We double wash them and bring them to market. But these lettuces will be with us for a couple more weeks, and then we have another bed that's ready to go. So this baby pak choy here, it was transplanted on January 7th, and then depending on the warmth and the cloudiness and the sun really, this will be ready in 3 weeks, so mid-March is when we can harvest or expect to harvest these. And then usually baby pak choy, we'd like to get the whole thing picked out in 1 week, just so that we have the bed ready for next crop. Here we have pink beauty radishes. We seeded these on December 10th, and we use our pinpoint seeder so we can get them really close together. And we've been picking off of these for 3 weeks now, and so this is going to be the last week for them. I found that you can actually make more money out of radish than you can out of tomatoes, because for one, these took 2 months, but in the summertime and springtime they take about 35 days. And if you sell them right, you can get 10 cents a radish, and if you have them planted really close together, it really adds up. Tomato takes a lot longer, it takes a lot more work, so there's actually quite a bit of money in radishes. So beets are hard to germinate, and they need the perfect soil temperature. So in early October, when we seeded these beets, the temperature was a little cooler, so we had a bunch of gaps within our beets, and so we prepare for that, and we actually transplant, in this case, fusée amongst it, or pak choy, or different crops. Lettuce grows well, but we always have a backup plan to fill in the gaps with the beets, and that seems to be working quite well. So on Saturday we brought these beautiful beets to market. They've been ready to go to harvest for the last 3 weeks, and today is February 13th, so mid-January was when these guys were ready to go. Now I do sell them baby. I plant them really close together, so this is really the ideal size for me. Okay, so here we're harvesting Chardonnay carrots. We direct seeded those on October 31st, and we're harvesting them now. So we use our broad fork here, we loosen up the soil, and we just pick away. We're going to harvest this whole bed today, and the main reason is that there's a lot of weeds. There's a lot of chickweed in here, there's henbit a little bit further, and I want to make sure to get these weeds out, make sure that they don't give us any wheat seeds. And the way we sell it, we'll bunch some for this weekend, but then we also top them off. These smaller ones we bag in 10-pound bags. We sell them to restaurants. These are very sweet carrots. They're an old variety and they're delicious. It's amazing the flexibility these high tunnels give us. Gives us beautiful product in the middle of the winter. It allows me to keep my staff on year-round. It gives me a chance for a decent living, and most of all, it gives us great product to take to market.